Hello, Gooners, and welcome back to Gunners Talk Daily, the home for every big story coming out of Arsenal. From injury updates to breaking headlines, we've got you covered every single day. If you live and breathe Arsenal, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our amazing community. Big news is breaking right now, so let's dive straight into the latest drama at the Emirates. Arsenal continued their fine start to the season with a 2-0 win over Athletic Club in Bilbao on Tuesday night, sealing 3 crucial points in their opening Champions League group game. But the big talking points weren't only the goals, they were the injuries, the impact of Arsenal's substitutes, and what it all means ahead of Sunday's showdown with Manchester City at the Emirates. The victory was secured thanks to second-half finishes from Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, both introduced from the bench. But there was concern when Victor Gyokeres and Mikel Merino each suffered head knocks during the match. Gyokeres was left bloodied after a heavy clash with Gabriel while challenging for a Declan Rice free kick midway through the first half. Medical staff rushed on as blood poured from the back of his head, and though the Swede played on after being bandaged, he was withdrawn in the 64th minute for Trossard. Merino also took a blow in the second half, but managed to continue. Speaking after the game, Mikel Arteta allayed fears about both players, saying, "I think they are good. I haven't spoken to them, but I think they're all good." That update will come as welcome relief to Arsenal supporters, with a crucial Premier League clash against Manchester City looming. While the injuries caused early worry, Arsenal's substitutes delivered the perfect response. Gabriel Martinelli needed just 36 seconds after coming on to open the scoring, linking up neatly with Trossard before calmly slotting past Unai Simon. Moments later, Martinelli turned provider, squaring for Trossard to make it 2-0 and put the result beyond doubt. Arteta praised their contribution, stressing the importance of the entire squad. Something we always discuss is that the finishers have to impact the game, and Gabi and Leo came on to make the difference for the team. The Arsenal boss also highlighted Martinelli's mentality, describing him as a player who gives everything for the team, whether starting or coming from the bench. Another standout in Bilbao was 21-year-old defender Cristian Mosquera. Signed for his versatility across the backline, he has been deployed at centre-back in William Saliba's absence, and has quickly shown why there is excitement about his potential. Mosquera played with composure despite a raucous atmosphere at San Mamés, winning duels, reading danger well, and showing confidence on the ball. Arteta said the Spain under-21 international will push Gabriel and Saliba for places this season, with his early performances underlining Arsenal's improved squad depth. Arsenal's European win now sets the stage for a huge Premier League meeting with Manchester City on Sunday. The Gunners won this fixture 5-1 at the Emirates last season and currently sit ahead of Pep Guardiola's side in the table, but with both clubs coming off Champions League ties, preparation will be key. City face Napoli at the Etihad just 3 days before the clash, while Arsenal's earlier fixture in Bilbao gives Arteta more recovery time. Even so, injuries remain a concern. Bukayo Saka is still nursing a hamstring problem. Kai Havertz is sidelined after knee surgery, and Captain Martin Odegaard faces a race against time with a shoulder injury sustained against Nottingham Forest. But with Gyokeres and Merino cleared of serious problems, and with Saliba fit enough to return to the bench in Spain, Arsenal go into Sunday's game with confidence high and momentum on their side. The stage is set for another enthralling chapter in the rivalry between Arsenal and Manchester City, and Arteta will hope his squad's depth, spirit, and growing belief can make the difference at the Emirates. Moving on. Meanwhile, in previous news, supporters were handed a huge boost with the sight of William Saliba back in training. The French centre-back was forced off in the 1-0 loss to Liverpool before the international break with an ankle injury and sat out the Forest game. However, his full involvement in today's session suggests he is in contention to start in Bilbao. Christian Norgard also trained with the main group, raising hopes that the summer signing from Brentford could finally make his Arsenal debut. The Danish midfielder has yet to feature this season due to a minor injury, but his return comes at the perfect time as Arteta looks to rotate his squad for the European stage. But it wasn't all good news. Captain Martin Odegaard was absent after picking up a shoulder problem in the first half against Forest. Arteta confirmed it was a very similar issue to the one that troubled the Norwegian earlier this season. While the club remained hopeful he could still feature, his involvement in Spain is now in serious doubt. Bukayo Saka was also missing as he continues his recovery from a hamstring injury, with his target return date set for Sunday's crucial Premier League match league clash with Manchester City. Kai Havertz remains sidelined after undergoing knee surgery, while Gabriel Jesus was another notable absentee from the open training session. Despite those concerns, the mood around the camp remains positive. Arsenal's dominant display at the weekend, coupled with the return of Saliba and the potential debut of Norgard, provides encouragement ahead of a tricky test at the iconic San Mamés Stadium. Arteta's men reached the semi-finals of the Champions League last season and will be eager to go one step further this time around. Facing Athletic Club in their opening fixture is no easy task, but the Gunners travel with confidence, momentum, and the backing of their supporters as European nights return. Kickoff in Bilbao is scheduled for Tuesday evening, with Arsenal looking to make a statement at the very start of their continental campaign. In other news, Arsenal have confirmed they have signed 19-year-old winger Archie Stevens following a successful trial period. The Gunners were busy in the summer transfer window, as Mikel Arteta was backed with a mixture of experience and potential in a total outlay of around 255 million. 8 players were brought in at the Emirates Stadium, including Eberechi Eze and Victor Gyokeres, Noni Madueke, Christian Mosquera, Martin Zubimendi, Piero Hincapié, and Kepa Arrizabalaga also arrived. Andrea Berta's work in his first window has shown early signs of paying off, with Arsenal winning 3 of their first 4 games. The transfer window is now closed for business until January, but the Gunners have announced a new signing. Stevens has come in after impressing for the under-21s against Chelmsford United and Monaco, 2 in pre-season. The winger will join Max Porter's under-21s side in Premier League 2 after impressing during the summer. Stevens came through the academy at Rangers before spending the second half of last season with Scottish Championship side Dunfermline Athletic. Since Archie has been with us, he has really impressed as a person and player. Academy manager Per Mertesacker said, "He has fit into our environment seamlessly and has been really impressive in matches and in training. Archie has absolutely earned this next stage in his career with his professional contract with us. We welcome Archie to our academy and are all looking forward to working with him in his continued development." Stevens scored in the 2-0 win over Monaco 2 during the summer after playing in a relegation scrap last season in Scotland. The under-21s have collected 4 points in Premier League 2 this season. They are next in action against Wolves next Saturday before taking on League 2 side Newport County in the EFL Trophy. Meanwhile, Martin Zubimendi has issued a response to Victor Gyokeres after the Arsenal striker expressed his surprise with the midfielder scoring twice during their 3-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Zubimendi, a $55.8 million summer signing from Real Sociedad, netted his first and second goals for the Gunners as they swept aside Forest in comprehensive fashion at Emirates Stadium on Saturday. The 26-year-old gave Mikel Arteta's side the lead in the 32nd minute, volleying home from the edge of the box after Noni Madueke's corner was only half cleared. After Gyokeres put the Gunners 2-0 in front with his third goal for the club, Zubimendi then found the net for the second time, heading home Leandro Trossard's clipped cross. It completed a fine afternoon's work for Arsenal, who moved back up to the top of the Premier League table, having collected 9 points from a possible 12 so far. After the game, Gyokeres spoke to TNT Sports about Zubimendi and outlined his shock at the fact the ex-Sociedad man scored a brace. "I haven't seen him do that in training, to be fair, so it was good that he pulled that one out," he said of the first goal. "The header as well. I was a bit surprised with that, but great to see him score too." Since Zubimendi has responded to Gyokeres and revealed he is planning to show his goal-scoring spree wasn't just a one-off. "I've scored similar goals during my career," the Spain international admitted, "so I think it's a position where I feel comfortable, and let's see if more can come in." He said, "I think it was important to get back to winning. We were coming off a tough loss, so we are happy with this win that gives us hope to be even more excited for what's to come next." Zubimendi, along with Spain teammate Mikel Merino, will be back in his native Basque country when Arsenal face Athletic Club in Bilbao tomorrow. He made more than 250 appearances for Sociedad until the Gunners signed him. They are the two best leagues in the world. European competitions are a chance to show which league is better, Zubimendi added. Yes, there is a certain rivalry there existing between the two leagues. I've always watched the Premier League and it was always on my mind to come here. Moving forward, Gary Neville suggested that Arsenal could shift Saka to the left wing to make room for Noni Madueke on the right. With Saka currently sidelined by a hamstring injury, Madueke has stepped in and shone for England during the international break, scoring against Serbia and playing with real confidence. Neville said he could see Arsenal sticking with Madueke wide right, moving Saka to the left, and leaving Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard, and even new signing Eberechi Eze to battle for minutes. But Arsenal legend Ian Wright was having none of it. Wrighty shut the idea down immediately, insisting Saka's record on the right speaks for itself and shouldn't be disrupted. With everything Saka has done up to this point on the right, you'd move him to the left? Not for me, Wright replied. Neville admitted he's been surprised by Madueke's rapid rise since leaving Chelsea, calling him a different player since arriving at Arsenal, and praising his runs and 1-versus-1 ability. England boss Thomas Tuchel added to the praise, describing Madueke as fast, direct, and hungry, while highlighting his improved work rate in defensive transitions. While the debate rumbles on, Arsenal's attention now shifts to Europe, as UEFA announced a last-minute change to Champions League squad rules. From this season, clubs will be allowed to temporarily replace one long-term injured or ill outfield player during the group stage. That means teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool won't be left short if injuries pile up. For Arsenal, it could be relevant with Gabriel Jesus still sidelined and Kai Havertz recovering from surgery. UEFA also confirmed that Atletico Madrid's Wanda Metropolitano will host the 2027 Champions League final, while the women's final that year goes to Warsaw. Back at home, Mikel Arteta delivered one of his most thought-provoking speeches at the Elita Collective Conference. Using the simple image of a football, he explained how its value changes depending on where it is, hidden in a dusty garage, thrown to kids in Piccadilly Circus, or given to children in an African village with nothing else to play with. For Arteta, the ball represents joy, opportunity, and the power to transform lives, just as it transformed his own. He linked this to the culture he's built at Arsenal, where the one-club philosophy unites men's, women's, and academy teams and emphasizes family as much as football.